Hello, I am Dr. Maria Bondarenko, responsible for the design and implementation of the course you are enrolled in. Our course is hybrid. That means you will have several online synchronous Zoom-assisted sessions, but mostly you will explore the material of the course on your own in a asynchronous self-learning mode with the help of a digital environment assisted by our learning management platform, which is Moodle. This course is a pilot project. E-learning is still a new practice, terra incognita for many university communities around the world. But the recent pandemic experience has clearly demonstrated that e-learning is the future of education, so we must find the guts and courage to start somewhere. It is quite possible and completely normal that this course will be your first experience in e-learning. The huge benefit of e-learning is the possibility of studying at your own pace. But there is a price to pay: challenges. To face and overcome these challenges, we need to identify them. That's why I would like to suggest you discuss the notion of learner autonomy and principles of socio-constructivist pedagogy that support e-learning. You know that autonomy is a basic skill required in higher education, no matter the field of your study and the mode of learning. Research demonstrates that the lack of autonomy is the #1 dropping out factor, especially among first-year students. But to study within an online self-learning course, you need to be more autonomous or differently autonomous than in a face-to-face or in a synchronous like Zoom-assisted courses. What does to be autonomous mean? David Little defines language learner autonomy as a teaching-learning dynamic in which learners plan, implement, monitor, and evaluate their own learning. The same definition is applicable to any educational field, including second language teacher education. To be autonomous means that you are able to regulate yourself, be conscious about what happens in classrooms, set your own objectives, and identify strategy to achieve them. But it doesn't mean that you are supposed to do it alone. That means you must know how to identify and smartly use the available resources the environment provides you with. And here is the big difference between face-to-face or synchronous online courses and asynchronous self-learning online courses, like ours. The most visible and accessible resource in a face-to-face course is a teacher. This person is usually easy to identify. She is standing in front of the class and often she wears glasses. Also, she speaks a lot. She is the main source of information. The same in a synchronous online course assisted, for example, by Zoom. Online asynchronous self-learning environment has no visible teacher. That may make you think that there is no teacher at all and that you are alone. But this is a wrong impression. In e-learning, the digital environment itself plays the teacher's role. The digital environment will suggest not only the material to learn but also learning strategies, and it will support you. To understand the logic behind our online course, we have to understand the pedagogical principles underlying the e-learning industry. And to do that, we will move on to the next important concept I mentioned before: socio-constructivist pedagogy. As future educators, you have probably already heard about socio-constructivist pedagogy. This is a big trend, a paradigm, a philosophy, and a set of principles that dominate today in education. Socio-constructivist pedagogy is based on a specific concept of learning. The first word, constructivist, refers to the idea that knowledge is not a block of information one human being possesses and can simply transmit to another. Knowledge is something we construct, build, and the learner is the actor number one in this process. The teacher presents and makes the information affordable, but the real learning moment happens when the learner connects the new information to her previous knowledge. At this very moment, the previous knowledge gets transformed and re-evaluated. The more active, the more conscious, the more personally involved and collaborative the individual, the more efficient and deeper the transformation is. Understanding learning as an individual transformation is specifically relevant to our professional field, the field of education. Studies demonstrate an ironic fact. Our professional judgment and decisions as teachers in the classroom rely on our personal learning experience and our beliefs rather than our theoretical knowledge. If we want to become modern educators, open to new ideas and critical reflection on our experience, we must let the information we receive in our classes on second language methodology transform our beliefs on a deep level. The social-constructivist transformative pedagogy expects students to be conscious and active in knowledge building and belief transformation process. The second word, social, in social-constructivist pedagogy refers to the idea that transformation occurs through interaction with the social environment or communities. In the face-to-face or synchronous Zoom-assisted classroom, the teacher and classmates represent these communities. In e-learning, the social community is always here, but interaction with it is mediated by digital tools. Our digital platform model generously provides us with so-called Web 2.0 digital tools. We also call them participatory tools. They facilitate the communication between you and the digital environment, we call it interface, and also between you and other people, your peers. Built on the principles we just discussed, our e-learning course will suggest activities that aim at helping you to be personally involved in the knowledge-building process. Some activities will help you to activate your previous knowledge and build on it. Some of them will help you actively discover new concepts and check your understanding. Others will help you connect with your classmates. And finally, some activities will aim at activating your reflection on new concepts and ideas. They will help you identify the transformation in your knowledge and beliefs. Now we know that e-learning is based on the principles of social-constructivist pedagogy, which promotes learning as a knowledge and beliefs transformation through interaction with the environment. That means that interaction or communication is crucial for an online course. But how and with whom am I supposed to communicate if I cannot see my teacher and classmates? Now you know the answer. First of all, you communicate with the digital environment itself, your friend number one. It guides you, provides tips, and anticipates your difficulties. Secondly, You communicate with your classmates. Many activities will ask you to share your opinion with your peers and react to what they say. For informal conversations, there are a classmates forum on Moodle and a communication group on Facebook where you can publish your questions and get answers from participants and coordinator. And finally, you will have a learning support team, which includes an assigned teacher and a teaching assistant coordinator. Their emails are available on Moodle. Feel free to write them a message if you need to report a technical bug, ask for advice, discuss your difficulties, or schedule a personal Zoom assistant meeting. It is also possible. Please avoid asking questions like, I finished Unit 1, what am I supposed to do next? Before you try to get an answer from your first friend, the digital environment. Let's summarize. Here are some tips to help you to survive in an online asynchronous self-learning course. Number 1. Be conscious and autonomous. First of all, be conscious of your objectives. What do you do in this class? And the strategies to achieve them. Number 2. Be organized. Schedule your studies. Follow the path and suggestion for deadlines you can find on Moodle. Number 3. Learn the system and trust the system. Understand how the digital environment is organized and follow its rules. Number 4. Stay in contact with the teacher or coordinator. Number 5. Be connected with your peers and use them as essential learning resources. Be proactive and collaborative. Remember, your online learning community will only be as strong as the effort you invest in it. Good luck!